I'm Justin, the Real Manos, and this is part 1 of my round robin with Channel 23hahaha concerning the end of Season 3 for True Blood. Now, in case you missed the entire season, well, you probably shouldn't be watching this anyway, but the season began with Bill becoming missing. He was kidnapped by the werewolves that worked for Russell Edgington, who turned out to be the sheriff of the king of Mississippi. Excuse me, the king of Mississippi, and he basically was going into this political struggle. Let's just go with the main plot first of the villain. Edgington is not interested in this peaceful coexistence with humans, and he wanted not only take over the vampire world, but the whole world in general. And he's a 3,000-year-old vampire, I believe 3,000. I think so. Let's go with that. And he had quite a season, actually. He was quite a villain. And this season we saw a lot of the cast kind of branching out, becoming more of an ensemble series than the first 2 seasons, which I think we're watching Alan Ball kind of fall into his kind of style of filmmaking, because I think he's more comfortable doing ensemble work rather than a specific series centered around a specific person all the time. And I think we've seen the show open up this season, getting us a look more at the universe that we're living in. It's interesting that people only know about the vampires. I'm curious to see what will happen if the world learns of the existence of werewolves and the shapeshifters and all the other creatures that seem to be running around. And of course, this is the season where we learn exactly what Suki is. And they stayed true to the books. I believe that's kind of what she is in the books. I know they've brought in fairies into the Harris has brought in the fairies into the series. So we're curious to see what's going to happen next. Also, Jason fell in love with that Panther girl, which I'll be honest with you, she ain't worth it. There's nothing about her that would make me do any of the shit Jason does in this. Now, granted, Jason's stupid, but still, even a dumb guy. I don't know. I guess that's true love, but you know what? I don't know. A bunch of filthy, inbred rednecks. Not something I want to jump into. That's usually, it's like, well, you're really nice, but I'm gone. I think the first time I would see her hillbilly house, I think that was like that first meeting where she told him to take off, and that would be the end of it for me. You know, if I lived in that world, I mean, I'd fuck a vampire before I'd fuck a hillbilly. But that's just my personal feelings. And Jason has one of my favorite lines, actually, of the whole season, where somewhere in the middle of the season he said something along the lines as, he never thought he was smart enough to be depressed. God, what a great line. That's probably my favorite line of the season, actually. And Pam actually got bumped up in status of the cast. A big fan favorite. Everybody loves Pam, including me. And I remember everyone online was a little frightened when she was threatened. But you know what? If you get more screen time, you're going to be in danger more. And that's just what happens when you become part of the main cast. Jessica also has, let's see, Jessica had a great bonding moment. Actually, one of my favorite episodes was the episode where Bill and Suki break up temporarily after he flips out and feeds on her too much. And that showdown that goes on in Suki's house with the werewolves and Edgington. And also in that episode, we see Bill and Jessica kind of bond a little bit, which is something I've been really... I've kind of been distressed that I haven't really seen that much between those characters. I know he feels bad about her her condition and her situation, but you know, I just wish, and I know he cares about her. I just wish there was a little bit more of a father-daughter relationship in that relationship, and we saw a little bit of that here. he just tends to forget about her a lot, which kind of bugs me. And we also, I'm kind of all over the place. Bill also, he's a guy who's very pragmatic, I think. I mean, he plays very close to the edge on what he feels and what he thinks he should. He feels like he's constantly stuck in vampire politics, and I do think after watching this season, I'm pretty convinced he hates other vampires. I think he wouldn't mind all the other vampires being destroyed or taken out, or I don't know. He just doesn't like them because he's a miserable guy, I think, for the most part. And of course, the big breakup, which I predicted the season would end with Bill and Suki breaking up, and it was a pretty tough breakup. Now, of course, this season ended a little bit differently than the previous two. The previous two had kind of a big, definite, closer with a couple of tiny cliffhanger moments. But this, everybody's kind of in trouble almost. Suki disappears into this new world of hers, her new fairyverse, and I gotta tell you, you know what? She's gonna find trouble there. I mean, everybody who comes to her is keeping some horrible secret, and I'm sure she's going to find trouble with her new fairy buddies. And Tara takes off, which I'm sure she'll come back. We have maybe Sam killing his brother, although to be honest, I know he shouldn't, but I don't mind him killing that guy. His brother's a dick. I know it's not good for Sam, but I wouldn't mind seeing that guy's head explode. And also we have Jessica and Hoyt hooking up with a very ominous kind of hint at their upcoming challenges, let's just say. Pretty exciting. Let me ask you, Richard, since we're doing this, let me ask you your predictions for Season 4. How close is it going to stay to the 4th book? And what plot lines do you think? I think, obviously, the Jesus storyline, the witch guy, that's going to be a big story. Actually, we see a lot of witches coming in. The new waitress is a witch. Lafayette's boyfriend is a witch. And I think I'm missing something else. And I think we're going to see a lot of witchcraft. Oh, and of course, Arlene's baby. I think we're going to have something happen about that. I mean, the baby is abortion-proof, apparently. So we'll just see about what's going on with that thing. So I'll hand it over to you, and you take it from here. And until then, push the button, Lindsay.